As we step aside here in this first quarter.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On 1st and 10, Schmidt. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now the former Utah man. This is Devontae Booker. And he's got this down to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hurry up!
Rivers now on 2nd down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
12.
Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Orange. Hey, Rocket.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
0. Red Delta! White!
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
12. White! Okay.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And his throw here is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rivers is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Schmidt. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Schmidt. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schmidt, this is Booker on the dump off. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Schmidt trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hurry up! Left, left, left!
2nd down, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Rivers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Sit, 180, light. Rivers
now to throw on 1st down. Now a hit, and Rivers has lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy.
Oh, this is blocked. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now Jones. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air on second down. Schmidt. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Schmidt. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Jones on the return. So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Trevor Davis now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So that one will be accepted.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Operating from the gun. Schmidt. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
No, check, Patriot!
Running again, and again it's Booker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Gone!
Throwing on first down. Schmidt. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
To throw on 2nd down, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Drops it underneath for Booker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Freeman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Back to throw. Schmidt got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
From the gun, Schmidt. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, Rocket! 12.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. Welcome back now to Denver. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Wait! Hey, Rocket! Hey, Hut! Hey, Hut!
Here's Rivers. And Allen's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The intended receiver there, Allen. Tie game, fourth quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Schmidt. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. He fights through one man, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Schmidt. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
No. Check. Patriot.
A second down carry for Booker. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Schmidt. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Red.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Rivers. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A toss play, Gordon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go. Hey, go orange.
Here's Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.